ACLU requested 8 years worth of this information from the Department of Education, and we've taken a look at school discipline rates between 2004 and last school year, and we found some interesting and disturbing results. What we did is we took the school discipline rates, including specifically the out-of-school suspension rates of various students of race groups, and we compared those to the population, the overall school population. We compared the rate at which a race group is being suspended to their representation in the population. Now, generally, when we talk about racial disparities, there's cause for concern when there's a 10% difference between what you would expect to see, which is a rate reflecting the population, and what you actually see, the suspension rates. So anything higher than a ratio of 1.1, you begin to get concerned. In the 2011 to 2012 school year, 8.16% of Rhode Island's students were black, but 16.52% of the suspended students were black. That's a rate of twice their representation in the population. Now, I do want to note, overall, we've begun to recognize that out-of-school suspensions are bad for all students. The CDC, the Department of Education, the American Psychological Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the National School Boards Association, and others have all come out in recent years and said that out-of-school suspensions should be used rarely, if ever, and reserved only for students who are posing a significant physical threat or serious disruption to the students around them. And the reason for that is that out-of-school suspensions very often carry very serious consequences which follow students the rest of their lives. Students who are suspended from school are more likely to drop out of school, to repeat a grade. They're more likely to end up at low-paying jobs or unemployed. And very disturbingly, they are far more likely to end up part of the juvenile justice system. So when we see racial disparities, the concern is that this is propelling Black and Hispanic students particularly along a path away from a classroom and toward a courtroom, and it's something called the school-to-prison pipeline. Despite the increasing concern about suspensions, 12,000 students are suspended each year in Rhode Island. Last year, 1,400 of these students were elementary school students, and 173 were in the first grade. Over 8 years, 9% of the student body has been black, but 18% of the suspensions have been black students. Again, a rate twice as high as we would expect. For Hispanic students, they comprise 28% of the suspensions, which is 50% more than we would expect to see. White students comprise 50% of the suspensions, which is 3/4 of the rate that we would expect to see based on their population. So Black and Hispanic students are being vastly overrepresented among suspended students, while white and Asian students are very much underrepresented. And this is happening statewide. 36 of the 38 school districts that we had adequate data for suspended Black and Hispanic students at disproportionate rates in half or more of the years that we studied. 15 of these school districts disproportionately suspended Black students in every single year we looked at, and that was 8 for Hispanic students.